It's been a roller coaster ride of every emotion imaginable. From where that culvert comes out and our line is a straight line property, think of it like a fire hose. And if you direct a fire hose directly at the ground, what happens? It's gonna carve its own way. So that's what's going on with our property, because this is where it makes this first like kind of crooked turn. So it's toe erosion for the rest of everything else, but for our property, it's like a direct fire hose is being hit at it constantly. And that's where the term comes from, is that the canal is trying to carve its own way out now. The velocity is so much, and so much faster at the bottom too, that it's carving it all out. Oh, trust me, it took me like 5 years to fully understand it until it was explained to me like that. I mean.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like a pressure washer.
Yeah.
The same is happening in Kingsport. The canal was the size of a ditch.
Yeah, you're on the 14.
Massive and eroded.
You're on the 14. Yeah, you're on the 14. Yeah. Yeah, you're the 14. This goes all the way around. It goes all the way around town center and up through there, up through District A that was at the council meeting to Kings Point, and then out through Fritchie March, Salt Bayou, and then eventually Lake Pontchartrain. The consistent problem that I feel like is like they don't follow the studies that they get done. No. They don't follow their plans. They don't have contractors follow through with like their deals, like, you know, what their agreements are to get their permits and stuff. And then all of us are on the hook for the destruction that it's causing. We had to go to the Supreme Court, Louisiana Supreme Court of Appeal. So that's official date we won. Clearly it's over 2 years, and it's just been, I call it stall, stall, stall. They file for motion to extend, arrogantly in court. They turn to us, and when they say, well, we can see this isn't gonna go our way, we just have the open checkbook. We can wait you out on this.
Open checkbook.
Yeah, and that was the parish too. Parish did that, but the city, I mean,
Well,
you're hand in hand, because you're both fighting me for the case that y'all always wanted, the lawsuit you claim you always wanted, and originally told the judge in 2016 in one of the first meetings, and again in 2019 when we were in front of them. This was the case that they always wanted to finally settle the liability dispute. But yet y'all gang up, y'all fight us using your open checkbook.
Which open checkbook is taxpayer money.
Yeah.
Okay, that's taxpayer money. Not to mention the attorneys that they're paying to consult with the city attorney.
Yeah, because they get outside counsel.
And they,
Yeah.
I mean, if you go look at the open checkbook on St. Tammany's website, the amount of money that is spent on these, on counsel consultations, paying settlements. Like,
Well, and we're over 10 years here. Do you understand what they've spent in the lawsuit and litigation? Just can't have this both ways. You can't say you want to have this and do everything public facing about it, and then in the courtroom, you're acting completely different. And at the end of the day, it's a can of worms you're gonna have to deal with. Like, or we're gonna have massive flooding when this does go. I don't know what the timeline is gonna be, but you're gonna flood people's houses. And it's not gonna be from a named storm either. And I want you to understand, you have to be perfect. I've had to be perfect for over 10 years. I've had to, when one of their trees falls, I had to mitigate my roof. I had to fix my roof. I've had to cut down the trees on my property to mitigate my damages while they've been allowed to let theirs fall on my property. Finally, they caught us in a mistake. We missed paying it. First off, we've had that address change before to go to our new house. They left it in the mailbox at this house. They've only sent one bill, not the reminder follow-ups. So whatever, it happens, we all have life. Missed it by 2 days, go there. My husband's in person paying it, and the lady's pulling it up, and she's like, I can't take your payment, I'm sorry. It's being actively paid by somebody else right now. And I was like, we're just like, well, what if we got cash in hand? I've got the cash in hand, can you, because theirs is like a group I don't know, this LLC, they just buy them in batches and it's like a group transfer thing. But why is mine, they know about my litigation, because I've got other stories that of why they know about the litigation. Why is my address not even put on this side as like, do not put this up for an auction sale?
Right. Yeah.
So, and then the lady was really nice that Jason spoke with. So she said these were the correct forms for us to fill out. So this will be the third time we're trying. But again, this is the ticky-tack tactics that they do to you to try to wait you out and make you leave.
Right.
And I just think they didn't count on us being this stubborn.
Well,
Or willful, I don't know. And like, that's what I spoke with. So Stephanie Baralt did give me a call, and she was very sweet. And I did reach out to her, and I told her like a year ago, she apologized. And I just said, hey, look, it's above you now though. I mean, I've reached out to people, everybody. And I said, at the end of the day, they're not gonna even address you or give you an answer, because that's what they've done to everybody. But I said, I would like to work with you so that we can get this infrastructure issue and drainage issue addressed, because, and we agree, the W14 falls in this weird little thing category where it's not like a navigable waterway. It's like a catch basin, shed area. So it's really in this little catchy little in-between area. And that's why the city can go get their own funding sources and do projects. The parish can go get funding and do their projects, and they don't really have to agree on what projects they're doing. So the priority of what needs to be done is not tiered correctly. And then the parish themselves, because this used to be under a District 3 drainage area, they dismantled that district. So this is just adds to it. And then we talked about how the parish side on others with the 15, and then on the west side of the parish, and how what their issues are going on over there. So fundamentally, she's starting to become aware about, she's getting a lot more calls about it, and she's like, I didn't realize how big of an issue it was. And I'm like, it is the giant issue. For this is Megan Haggerty's district for City of Slidell, and then Patrick Burke for the parish. No, and it's just shocking to me that like, it took it to get to this state before I'm finally getting attention. That's the scarier part too. And this whole thing is part of where it is starting to dam. Right, that's real time of what every time it rains and water is going through here, that is real time of what it's doing to these trees. Contacted the Louisiana Department of Environmental Quality or whatever about this, because there's chemicals. I don't know what they're dumping over here. There's some kind of dumpage. Between the dumpage and the fact that this is causing blockage for the canal.
It smells like old French fry grease.
I'm glad y'all can.
Oh my God, yeah.
I'm glad y'all can smell it. There's something going on. See, I did my thing again yesterday, so that's two I've sent in. Between the silt blocking the canal, preventing this from fully vacating, and then whatever they're dumping in here, because you can smell it. There's a sheen. There's a sheen that's on here. And the hospital's right there. So, I mean, but this one's dropped further, and then these other two have dropped further since the last, like, June. It was into the June. I think June 26th I was here with my son, and this was complete clearance, and now it's not.
No, this is terrible.
I know.
Nobody deserves
Girl,
this.
yeah, I think you can probably imagine the emotional roller coaster ride.
This is a home. You brought your child home to.
Yeah, this is a full shed. This is my artist shed, actually.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it had electricity and everything, and
Yeah, it's beautiful.
it was our first home. I didn't know what our plans were going to be. Our lives have been stolen, and I don't think a lot of people really understand that.
And hijacked.
Yeah. And that's the part within your community when they turn, you know, paint you as this villain. We would offer, honestly, the people that did, we were like, just come see the house then. Just come see it. Come see it in person, and then still try to tell me I'm the villain here. Like, wouldn't take us up on it. So, yeah, all be level. The tree line on the other side of the fence was level, and then that's where it would start to like kind of drop off. I would say 2 to 3 feet kind of gradual drop off, and then there was this flat walking trail, and then the canal. Yeah, but this was all level. But it's crazy when you see it in person, right? The pictures and the video.
It's very emotional.
Yeah.
My heart is breaking. But I'm gonna do whatever I can.
No, I really appreciate it.
Like,
when I first talked to you, it kind of makes sense now, and I'm like, how much time do you have? And like, it's been a lot. And
Michelle
like,
said people in Kings Point have been dealing with it before Katrina.
wow.
so do you remember when I said back in March they were trying to do, the council wanted to do the condemnation on the house, even though that's all their trees, somebody's trees? I don't mind, because here's my proof, still hanging up on the door. They did postpone it because I think somebody came to common sense that it was probably going to be a bad look to move forward with that meeting and even demolitioning the house with trees on it and in litigation. But like, he's one of the first people we contact because he was in public works. The city attorney, you know, he's handling the case in litigation for us, so it's not like he doesn't know about it.
Right.
So how did it get by that many people to even get to the point where it became an agenda item where we had to show up?
Yeah, I mean, look.
And on top of that, they didn't send this notice to our attorney. They sent it to us. So that's just ticky-tack tactics. But yeah, Greg Cromer is the one that sent a cease and desist letter to our attorney because my husband, he was in the parking lot. When was this? It was in I want to say 2016. I'll have to go back to the paperwork. He was at the post office and saw Greg Cromer getting out his car to go to City Hall, and he went to approach him and just have a clearly conversation of like, hey, can you really just come look at the house? I'm sure we can work something out. Well, he apparently felt threatened and intimidated and sent a cease and desist letter to our attorney and said we're never allowed to approach him in public. You're a public official. You're really putting yourself that high on a pedestal that your constituents can't talk to you when they're having a problem. We never had a problem before, but again, that's the ticky-tack tactics. Are you all ready to take a ride?